Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Tweed. And here's his story. Dear Ollie, Tweed here. I made another unfortunately small donation to your PayPal. Thanks for everything. I wrote in before and mentioned that I am a professor. I wanted to explain how that happened because it has everything to do with narcissism. My father was a general in the U.S. Air Force. Growing up, he did all the typical narcissistic stuff we have heard a million times. Thank goodness there was no sexual abuse, but plenty of other kinds. He seemed to hate it if anyone in the family seemed like they were going to outshine him. Once, when he came to one of my football games, something he almost never did, I asked him if he liked the game. He said, "I don't know what you were doing out there, but it wasn't football." Stuff like that happened all the time. I spent my life chasing after his approval. He constantly looked down upon and judged other people for how they looked, where they lived, if they lacked education, or were physically weak or out of shape. There were only two types of people he seemed to have any respect for: military officers and professors. It wasn't until I was well into my career as a professor that I realized why I was doing it. Unfortunately, I'm pretty good at my job, and I do like it. But it is just another example of how narcs get in our heads and manipulate the course of our life in subtle yet profound ways. Of course, what I found in academia is a world full of narcs. More on that another time. Best, Tweed. What you need to understand about your dad and all this, Tweed, is that your dad's a coward in terms of the real world. He needs to be in structures that sort of remove him, not sort of, absolutely remove him from how 95% of society lives. I mean, if you look at all society in all the world and then look how many are actually lifetime military or academia, that percentage is so small. And what does academia and the military have in common? Real things happen there in those places, but they are far from either one of them living in the real world. That is not to denigrate the military in any way, shape, or form. But most of us don't walk around living in war zones where we're constantly in battles and how to constantly ready to kill an enemy. Constantly on. That's not living in reality how 99% of the world lives. Nor is living in academia. Neither one is a reality. And I know you know that, and I know you realize that being in it, and I know you are one of the few that does acknowledge it and realize, this isn't reality. This isn't how 99% of the world works. The world doesn't work as it does in academia. The world doesn't work as it does within the structure of a military complex. Your father is a coward as far as the real world goes. And what I find is the ones who achieve the higher rank, whether it be deans of universities or full-on tenured professors or officers or generals, okay, they're the biggest cowards because they need to control their safe spaces. That's a weird concept, but it's true when you think about it. Not so much in academia being a safe space in 2017 with all the media coverage and focus on it now. I mean, that's pretty obvious. But the military is a lot of time, and government positions a lot of time are safe spaces from safe spaces for narcissism. Believe me, your dad is not the only high-ranking person on, that's an issue here. I have people on my channel in the military, other high-ranking people, other people in other government agencies, parts of other government agencies, in some pretty high-level positions, in places within the government and around the world. And I'm telling you the same thing I've told them. Okay? This isn't reality where what you're dealing with, whether it's in government or academia, military. It's not reality to how 99% of the world lives. And the people who seek to control it are the biggest cowards because they're the ones trying to protect it. Now, you didn't realize that because you were just a kid trying to get your dad's respect. So that's how you ended up that way. But understand, okay, with every decision, I'm glad you're happy what you're doing, and you can see the light from within to know not to get consumed by the bullshit. Understand when you look at your father. Understand with all his military might, okay, and he's a general in the Air Force, okay, understand he's the real coward. And that's a fact. So, thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your story. I really appreciate it. I hope this helped. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, or a Facebook live chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to help it grow, survive, and expand. Because remember, this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you, none of this is possible. So if you like these videos and you want to see more like them, you know what to do with the PayPal and email link in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance. Take care.